Alright, time to get spooky. Let's play on normal. The story began in February, year 2000.
For my part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it, so when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went, as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world-renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
We're on a boat. Finally, we're almost docked. I'd better stow my gear. I may be far from home, but chances are you're still able to pick up things from using the left mouse. Okay. Look at things. He's right. I'm certain this map's a good decade or so out of date. The landmarks don't change much in Greenland, so I've got a pretty decent idea where I'm heading. Can I take it with me? Jack Daniels, ooh. Always good to have a notebook. Do I actually write things down, or Can I actually write things down, or is it a game? I don't know. I'll figure it out. I think I left my torch in the desk drawer next to the bed. It can be opened using my left mouse. Holding the button down and moving it once. Cool. How do I, Nice. What do we got here? Not much light in here. My flashlight could come in handy. Batteries. Cool beans. Hey, frig you light. Oh, I can launch it at things. Neato! Okay, get this chair out of here. It's a rickety wooden desk. Yes. Flashlight. Playboy poster. Perhaps I should leave the fisherman's privacy? No. Dearest Eric, just a quick note before you set sail and leave me once again. I've left you a little something to remember me by in the chest at the foot of your bed. I really don't know why you still only have one bed on board. Taking shifts because of it is no way to get your rest. But what does a fisherman's wife know of life at sea? I'll be praying every night for you to make the catch you need so that you can come home to me safely and soon. Please don't be gone for 5 weeks like last time. I know I might be a nag sometimes, but I do love you, you know. I've washed those overalls of yours, and I know you'll get them covered in assorted fish parts in no time, but I still feel better knowing they've had a wash. Before I forget, the Henriksons in the village have asked me to see if you'll be coming by any trout, but I said they were mostly out of season. If you do happen upon any, don't say anything. Stow them well in the ice, and I'll do something special with them to celebrate when you come home to me. The ship's captain deserves a little special treatment once in a while. Get me out of here. So that's in my notes now. Don't need that. Or that. Alrighty. Can I climb up here? Alright, I don't know, let's go. As I stepped off the boat, setting out into the blizzard that had formed around me, I realized how utterly devoted I had been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost feeling in my extremities soon after, and knew hypothermia was setting in. I started looking for shelter. Well, that was, oh my god, this is like the track in Mario 64. Mario Kart 64. Ooh, I can sprint. So that's all busted up. How do I go to my inventory again? Alright. Really? I need something to break that open with. So I can't sprint when I'm holding things. Oh god, that was a weak throw. Oh god, this is not good. Turning mechanism. Open, please. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. Get me in there. Cool beans. Empty boxes of ammo. Steel rod. That is pretty hype. I was thinking of using it like a weapon. Oh, so it looks like there's something back there. 24-hour ration pack. What is that? Flare? Let's see, I can swing this hammer if I hold left mouse. I can make a backswing by pulling the mouse right, and then follow through by pushing the left. The opposite works too. Alright, let's put the hammer... What is this? Just an empty thing? What is this? Hey! Well, I got a feeling I gotta go in there. Let's do that. What? What? What the hell? Why is my guy freaking the fuck out right now? Give me that flare. Oh, okay, well. How do I swing this fucking thing? Why does it look so tiny, too? Looks really silly. Swing! Oh, there we go. You actually have to swing. Alright, well, that was kind of silly. Some fucked up cavern. Holy shit, this place is confusing already. Looks like some kind of industrial mechanism, although there's a hole in the center. No way to operate it. Okay, so I need some sort of... Oh, I know what I need. I need this thing. It's too far away. Oh. There we go. Are these controls like really fucked up, or am I just an idiot? Some sort of beast. That's cool. Whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by 2 solid metal hatches, located in a remote Arctic wilderness. And buried beneath the snow, I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets, emergency services at the end of the phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers, all there. If something goes wrong, I'm part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids, knowing anyone that might help me, friends, parents, teachers, were too scared or too far away. Alright, so that goes back up, I guess. There could be anything living down here. Heroics are for Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face off against anything down here, I won't last a second. Caution and stealth are my only defenses. If anyone or anything hears me, I'm best off staying low and out of sight until I know whether or not it's a threat. Crouching by pressing left control will give me the chance to hide in the shadows. I'll know I've got it right because of the blue tint to my vision. Oh, that's what that fucking blue tint is. Plus, I should be quiet enough that I won't be heard unless something's right on top of me. Better to remember to shut off any light sources, though. Well, I didn't see anything yet, did I? Well... Okay, well, I don't really need a hider now. Let's just be an idiot and throw shit around. A wooden box. No shit. So, let's head to the office. In crouch mode because I don't want to get Shyla spooked. Alright, cooler beans. I feel like this music is kind of just repeating the same thing.